Hi, everyone. I am Mary Payne Moran, and I'm cooking in my kitchen per the usual. And unfortunately, I didn't make it to the cooking live stream on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday because that's life. But I hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. I had an amazing Labor Day weekend. And last week, I got to tell you, I went to America's Got Talent. We watched some incredible performers, and my family and we got to sit on the judges stand. So if you go back through my feed, you can find some really cool pictures of me at the buzzer and me at America's Got Talent. So let's talk about what we're doing today. I don't know about you, but I have a refrigerator full of odds and ends left over from the weekend that maybe I just didn't get to it. So today, artichokes are number one on my list of to-dos. They've started turning brown. I don't know if you can see that, which means they're drying out, which is fine, but it's time to use them. They're nice and green. They're really heavy. The leaves are fully intact. They're not starting to curl in. So I know that they are ready and still really delicious. We're going to get started. And the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is I'm going to tilt my screen down so you guys can take a look and watch what I'm doing. So here we go. All right. So here are my artichokes. So pretty. And I'm going to get my new trusty knife that I love, my Hinkle's flat-edged chef knife. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the tip. You can always scissor off the tip if you wanted, but it just looks really pretty once the top of it is taken off. So again, you're going to just take your knife and you're going to cut off the very tip about 1.5 inches down. We're going to push those aside. And remember, artichokes are known for oxidizing once air hits them. So they turn brown very, very quickly. And you don't need to worry about that because it's just going to happen one way or the other. When you cook them, when we steam them or boil them, that is going to pretty much take care of itself. So again, we're going to cut the same one. It's always nice if you have them about the same height, but not crucial. And you're going to take off the bottom. And this guy has a funky little leaf, so you can just pick that off. Cut it if you want. And you pop those guys off. All right, here comes the next part. So the next part, you can choose to either do or not do, depending on your time that you have to make your artichokes. I know a ton of people who don't clean off the points, but what you do is you make your guests or yourself be a little more careful while you're eating your artichokes because they do have a very sharp spike in the middle of each leaf. And so the best way to do this is I always work from the bottom to the top. And I want to make sure each leaf is about the same, cut the same length. And I'm just going to work around. Once I hit my first cut, then I keep going. And it's actually very therapeutic, very meditative, because you got to do it. Takes a little bit of time. And yeah, it's kind of fun. Ooh, I got two at once. Nice. Okay, so we're going to put that over here. That one's ready to go. Now we're going to move on to this one. Again, I'm going to take those little leaves off. Amazing. Just shot it across my kitchen counter. Perfect. Next, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to work in a circular motion, starting from the bottom, working all the way to the top, and I'm going to cut off the points. Now you can probably see that I don't have just regular kitchen shears. I have really nice boning shears, actually. They're really fantastic. These have been with me forever. They're Hinkle's too, one of my absolute favorite companies for knives. And I have had these shears and this blade and this spring for 15 years. Some things in the kitchen you're going to want to trade out, like cookie sheets or nonstick pans, but something like a really good pair of cooking shears, you can hold on to those for a really long time. However, I have to say, I'm a sucker for knives. So I have a lot of different knives and I love to buy them. I love to test them out. And I usually just give my other ones away when my kitchen gets too full of chef's knives. Or paring knives, I actually get rid of those because they don't have a very long lifespan. All right, so here we go. So we've clipped up the artichokes. They look beautiful, vibrant, healthy. We're going to set those aside. And next we're going to get our lemons. Here we go. Here are our lemons. Produce should be heavy, beautiful, no blemishes, heavy. Did I say heavy? Got to have it heavy because that means they're really fresh. There's a lot of moisture in them, and it means they're going to give you the most juice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash these because these are going to go in the pot with the water. And so I want to get all that dirt and grime off of the lemon before I put it in. Okay, here we are. 2 very clean lemons. I'm going to take my chef knife and I'm going to cut them in half. There's tons of seeds. I'm not going to worry about seeds, but if they bother you, you can always use your knife to pick them out. So easy. And next, so I have a really beautiful stove over there, but because I have my computer watching all of the things that I'm cooking, I went ahead and bought a Cuisinart stovetop electric skillet so that I could cook in front of the camera. So right now, all I have is water. And it is on a simmer. I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to steam, which is a really good sign. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to squeeze our lemon juice into the water. And if you have any cuts, you want to make sure that you wash your hands right away because the lemon juice will get in there. And oh my gosh, some of the kids that I've taught how to cook, whenever they have cuts on their hands, which is usually pretty often, seeing how they're really little, their hands are just on fire when they squeeze lemons. I always feel really bad because I know it hurts them so much. But anyway, as an adult, lemons hurt your hands, but just make sure you wash them. All right, here we go. You can put the lemons in if you want, or you don't have to. And then we're going to bring it up to a boil. Oh, that's so nice. I love that. I love how this fantastic Cuisinart hot plate is just right there in front of you guys. That makes me so excited. Okay, so we've got the lemons brewing and the seeds have sank to the bottom, which is terrific. We've got our artichokes cleaned. I love a dethorned artichoke. Inside of there are the artichoke hearts. If you dug and pulled it apart, you would find the artichoke heart, which is my favorite part of the artichoke. And the next thing that we would do is once this is brought up to a boil, we're going to put the lid on and we're going to steam these bad boys up for about 45 minutes. So my plan is to put the artichokes in and then come back in about 45 minutes and show you guys how this looks. I think you guys can see the top. Gorgeous. Now, these are going to boil up. Then I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. And the most important part, because we want the entire artichoke to cook, is a lid. So we're going to take this guy and we're going to put it on top. Now, there is a possibility that this is going to overflow. So just don't leave it alone. Okay. So you want to be able to kind of poke around your house, do other things, but you don't want to leave, you know, and take your dog on a walk or go to the grocery store and leave them alone. They really do need a little more attention than that. Okay. So I'll see you guys in 30 minutes, 45 minutes roughly, and show you what the results look like. Stay tuned.